am leading the liberation of Biafra without fear. And I will stand in front of the enemy until the end, when the whole world will know that indeed Gandhi has one head. The world will know that Mandela has one head, and Simon Ekpa have one head as well. Just like every one of you. I am here to end the suffering of Biafra people, and it will start from the December 2nd in Lakti, Finland, in a very holy city where I am, where I have been grounded to become what I am today. May God bless you, bless Finland, bless every country that have supported us so far, both secretly, physically, openly, and otherwise. I thank you everyone for your resilience, your support, and your patience today that we have a meeting for almost 5 hours. That is too much. So, but it is something that we have to do because that is coming, a lot will be happening. So we hope to be having this meeting in every 2 weeks, or even one week, to be able to cover what we are doing and not to be having this meeting as long as this. At least meeting should last at least 1.5 hours and the highest 2 hours. So we will come to a point where we will have at least 1 hour meeting to address certain issues that are very, very important. So we don't need to spend more than 1 hour on that. So I'm looking forward to that. So as we move forward and get closer to our convention, a lot of challenges will be coming, and everybody must tighten your belt because it's not going to be easy. So as the enemy are targeting us, we are targeting them. So whoever first gets the other person will smile, but not when you smile at the end of the day. Smile till the end, not when you smile one hour or 2 hours, you go back to crying. Our own is that we are going to smile to the end.
You say
we have come to finish what our forefathers started.
yes.
It's our right to freedom. We'll make sure that the killings of Biafra, like they have killed us in the past, it is over and over. The killing have ended. We will continue to end it and stand our ground where we are today. The defense of Biafra remains the most priority of the Biafra government, both in exile and in homeland. And everybody must understand that the reason we are doing what we are doing today in exile is because Nigeria is a terrorist state that could not create enabling ground for us to compete with them in our land, for us to show them that the Biafra people have voted and given vote of no confidence on every presence of Nigeria in Biafra land. And with the history since 1967 to date, where we have paid the biggest price of our Nigeria, and in this 21st century, we say enough is enough. So Nigeria will not create the enabling environment for us to be on the ground and compete with them on who the people are with. So for that reason, we are in exile. And we are not going to be the first people to be in exile. We are also not going to be the last people to be in exile. But what we are doing, why we are doing what we are doing today is because of the terrorism of the Nigeria state, the lawlessness of the Nigeria state, and the anarchy they create in their own in their own state. So we have decided that we design the solution that suits us. And that solution is that everything we do, since they make our country and our land very uncomfortable for us, we will bring our freedom from diaspora. And that's what we're doing today. So the enabling environment that was not created for us in Biafra land, the different countries where we reside have created an environment, and we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them to live like human beings. So we will always outsmart the terrorist state of Nigeria, where every person from the northern Nigeria is always looking forward for the Islamic State and for everybody to become Muslim. We reject it. You can't force us to become what we don't want to become. We are Christians, we are Jewish, and we are traditionalists. And you can't take that away from us. We have a culture, and what British did in the 1914 amalgamation, where they did not take into consideration the dangerous diversity, and amalgamated us by force with the barrels of the gun. That has been over 100 years. Today, the children of these people you forced into amalgamation have risen up, we're educated, we are scattered all over the world, and above all, we know our right. That is the most important thing. The right you created, the laws you made by yourself, and now today we are taking advantage of this law that is for the best interest of our children, ourselves, and our unborn generation. Biafrans, stand your ground. We have come to end the slavery against our people. We have come to end the marginalization of the Nigeria terrorist state. We have come to end the injustice being meted on our people for ages. We have come to end the killings, injustice that Nigeria has, given to our people for almost over 100 years. And that history is being made today, and all of you are part of it. I am leading the liberation of Biafra without fear. And I will stand in front of the enemy until the end, when the whole world will know that indeed Gandhi has one head. The world will know that Mandela has one head, and Simon Ekpa have one head as well. Just like every one of you. I am here to end the suffering of Biafra people, and it will start from the December 2nd in Lakti, Finland, in a very holy city where I am, where I have been grounded to become what I am today. May God bless you, bless Finland, bless every country that have supported us so far, both secretly, physically, openly, and otherwise.
Good evening, PM, sir.
Good evening.
BBC, for me, BBC should stand. At least that should be a conversation. When people go to Google or anywhere to Google, they'll find out that there's BBC Biafra and the BBC London or whatever they call themselves. So whatever threat Britain have given to us shouldn't be a yardstick for us to cover out. So when people go there, they also search, they see that there's BBC Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Ngozi, unmute yourself.
Thank you, my PM. I think I support the Biafran National Corporation.
Yes, that's what I have.
To do anything with BBC, connecting with it.
BMBC.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right.
Osai.
Osai.
Osai, unmute.
Osai, unmute, and COS, can you take it up from here, please?
Ask
Yes.
if Voice of Biafra will be nice. What do you think, sir?
Thank you. Benjamin.
Is Voice of Biafra
Honorable Chief of Staff, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was suggesting if Voice of Biafra will be okay, or...
Oh, we heard you. We got it. We got it. Thank you. Next person,
Okay.
Benjamin, go ahead.
Honorable PM, members of the cabinet, PNBC is beautiful.
All right, thank you. Benny, go ahead.
Okay, I would suggest that we use Biafra Broadcasting Agency, because it's an agency that regulates the broadcasting services in Biafra. So
Thank you.
PBA.
Thank you. Joshua, go ahead. Onunaka.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I will suggest the name United States of Biafran Broadcasting Corporation, USBBC. USBBC.
Thank you. Henry, go ahead.
Yeah, so what I wanted to suggest, oh, sorry. Yeah, let me, okay. Yeah, US, that's a United State of Biafra, but BBC, I would want whatever we use at the beginning, let the BBC be there. It is let it be historical. So once we remember it, future generations will also say, oh, BBC, make the connection of the harm BBC did to Biafra.
So when would we?
So you suggested UNBC, right? United.
Yeah.
USBBC.
All right, thank
US.
you. Nenna, go ahead. Honorable Nenna, please. Unmute yourself, ma'am.
I agree with Biafra Broadcasting Agency, in that the agency will comprise of both radio, newspaper, and televisions.
Thank you.
Each of these agencies will be having their own separate body, but still under BBA.
BBA, thank you. Apostle Steve, go ahead.
Thank you. All protocols observed. I agree and support US BBC because it defines who we are and also sets us apart, as a competitor with BBC. So US BBC is my choice.
US BBC.
Yes.
Thank you. Henry, go ahead. What are you doing?
Okay, thank you. Good morning from here. I will suggest BCB, Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra. Thank you.
BCB.
That's correct, ma'am. BCB.
Thank you.
Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra.
All right, thank you. Bishop, Minister, go ahead, please.
All protocol observed. I'll suggest Biafran National Broadcasting Corporation.
BNBC. Thank you so much, Minister. Bishop Comfort, go ahead, please.
I suggest Biafra United Broadcasting Corporation.
Biafra United, BUBC. Thank you so much. Honorable Amobi, go ahead, please.
Yes, all protocols observed, please. BMBC is what I go for. Thank you.
And what's the full meaning, please? BMBC.
It's Biafra National Broadcasting Commission.
All right. Thank you so much. Ifeatu, go ahead, please.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. My justification is practical. You see, BBC is very well known. And the two people that spoke earlier spoke about Google. When you search BBC, even if you're searching the British BBC, it will pull up the Biafra BBC. So anything you do and put on its webpage on social media will get all that search, all that views or following. So for me, it's better to be BBC, Biafra Broadcasting Corporation, and you ride that coattail and own it, make it yours. But people already know it. You don't have to advertise it because it's very well known.
So you said BBC, right? Ifeatu?
Yes, because it's very well known.
Thank you so much. Honorable Owo, go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. I want to suggest NABSOB. NABSOB with NABSOB. That will mean National Broadcasting Service of Biafra.
National Broadcasting Service
of Biafra.
NASOB, National Broadcasting Service of Biafra. Thank you so much, Benny. Beniza, go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, the simplest way to deal with it is Biafran National Broadcasting Service, period.
Thank you so much. Gozie, go ahead.
Biafra National
All protocol observed. Good evening, gentlemen and ladies. I'll go for TBNBC. That's the Biafran National Broadcasting Commission.
National, the same thing. Thank you so much. Akpole, go ahead, please. Akpole, on mute.
Good evening, cabinet members. Good evening, Prime Minister. Good evening, SOS. Good evening, Finance and Upgrading Biafrans. I will suggest we maintain the status quo. Radio Biafra and Voice of Biafra. Then we should define whether we have television, and then these two we have, what work are they going to do? International or local? Because where I live here in Germany, they have ARD and ZDF, and they have Deutsche Welle. So we must have a voice. Let us not quarrel about the names we are going to name our children. Let us have the children first. And the children we have already had, let us maintain the name, but we can now minimize calling some names, but Radio Biafra and Voice of Biafra, I think, for me, we should maintain it and then define
what name do you want, please?
Other things and other things international. Thank you.
Akpole, what name do you suggest?
I suggest maintain
All right, next person, please.
I don't if it's the mother for the two, then Biafra Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Benny, go ahead.
Then BBCO, not BBC.
BBCO with an O there.
Yes.
What does it all mean?
BBCO.
What does it all mean?
Cooperation, that last one with the O, so that we're not BBC. You can never be BBC.
Okay. So you say BBCO, right? To make it the BBCO.
Organization.
Please, we don't want anybody to stay more than 1 minute, please.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
There is no story here.
Ahead. Yeah, Benny, go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. All protocols observed. I just want to emphasize a few things. We know, just as the PM has said, we're going to register international broadcasting services, and we don't want to appear a laughing stock in the eyes of those people. BBC is a known stock, it's a known name, and we'll have to watch if there is a copyright registration on BBC.
There should
Because
be.
if there's a copyright registration on BBC, then we're going to be sued for it. And then, of course, it will bring us to it will ridicule us before the world. So that's why I was saying BBA or anything that is distinct from other broadcasting corporations.
Cabinet meeting.
Thank you so much. Pastor Anya, so go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm a chairman.
I suggest somebody speaking on the
somebody is talking. You have to mute yourself when you are talking out, please.
Pastor Anya, so go ahead.
Okay, I suggest Voice of Biafra People's Corporation. Voice of Biafra People's Corporation.
Thank you so much. Voice of Biafra People's Corporation. All right, I think we got everybody. Oh, well, go ahead. Honorable Pechuku, go ahead.
I think he has spoken now.
Okay, great.
All right, so on that note, we are moving a motion for the establishment of the Biafra National Broadcasting Corporation. I believe this was the majority of the opinion of the people. So, Uche, can you reflect, make the edit and reflect this particular name on the voting for the establishment of the Biafra National Broadcasting Corporation, BNBC?
Yes.
And then post the link to vote for this
Yes,
establishment on the platform, and everybody forward march to the platform and do your voting. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Chair, please correct that. Biafra National Broadcasting Corporation, you posted the wrong name. It's Biafra National Broadcasting Corporation. Please change the name you posted.